YouTube.
Why is it doing this? Why is it doing this?
Whoops.
All right. I think I got all my
Okay, there we go.
stuff fixed up.
Give people a couple seconds to get through the ads and all that mess.
Guess who was first tonight commenting?
Henry. All right, so let's say hello to Mind and Body Co., Jesus, Apartment Prepper, Veronica Hart, All the Things Acres, Built on the Rock Homestead, Inside Kate's Kitchen. Let's see. I think I said All the Things Acres. Mary Beth Smith, Honey Badgers Homestead, Lisa Hoffer. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Oh.
And Tinker's wife.
Miss Patty had to jump in at the last second.
It's going to take me a bit for the coffee to kick in tonight. I've had a little bit of a rough day.
It's not my fault.
No, it was yesterday I worked, and at 2 a.m. this morning we had a fire. So I got about 4 hours of sleep last night, and then some little intermittent, almost because I had 2 naps today. Yeah. But we did. Let's see. Oh, yesterday I took that Yesterday I took the training officer exam to see if I qualify for the promotion that I'm looking at for work. So that'll be cool, depending on the outcome. Hooga Homestead.
Yeah, so say some prayers, because that promotion would be really good for us.
Well, it would change my schedule. I would have to give up my 7 days off every 3 weeks, but I would be working basically like a 9 to 5 with weekends off. So, evenings and weekends off. Yeah. So I would be in much better of a routine, and I feel like that would be better for us at this point. Jenny Pennington and Wendy Benjamin, hello and welcome.
Kate said, sorry, I got lost in commercial land.
So today, after a good shower, because I needed it this morning, we went to a plant nursery. That was fun.
Yeah.
So we got
I got all kinds of goodies.
We are, I don't know if we told you guys last week or not, but we're working on developing our front yard. Our front yard is a half acre that we haven't really done anything with up to this point. And I mean, we've plugged in a couple of trees. We tried some things. Okra patch didn't work out. We had some planting beds up there that didn't really work out. But so anyway, we've got a big live oak tree that my mom planted when I was, maybe even before I was born. Anyway, the tree is about as old as me. Much bigger than me, if you can believe that. I'm a big guy.
Wow.
So anyway, it provides a lot of shade in a good area for growing, because the leaves are constantly composting, you know. So anyway, we're working on that little area. Suburban Hillbilly, I see you there. I say little area. That's a big area.
I don't know if you can fit a doe eye next to the pond, but
Kate, by the time you would head this way, well, you know we're set up for a camper. Yeah. So that goes out to all of you in the chat, by the way. We're set up to accommodate a camper for a few nights if you're coming through this way. But we have the spot. We have space for a camper, or potentially in a few months, year or so, I guess, we're going to be empty nesters. So we've got an extra bedroom.
Oh, this plant behind me is a peace lily that came from Danny's funeral. This is Darlene's peace lily, and I am plant sitting. I have a croton over there, and there's a couple other plants. I'm not sure what their names are, but
Pathways.
I'm doing some research, and I'm keeping some of her plants until the new house gets put in. So I'm plant sitting and doing my darndest not to kill them. So
Prepared Christian. Good to see you, Randy.
this one was a lot wilty yesterday. I mean, it was drooping way down, and it just needed some water. And I up potted this one and the
Hey.
croton, and they seem to be doing really well.
Oh, Dawn. Dawn said he's coming home. Thank you, Lord.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Sound is cracking.
I don't know. Does anybody else have any issues with sound? Sunshine Me, good to see you. Grace Akers,
I'm
welcome.
into house plants in addition to outside stuff. I do. I like the house plants. It really.
Okay, apartment.
I feel like it cleans the air in the house.
Sorry, apartment prepper. Maybe if you close out and back in,
Refresh.
that
Yeah.
might help. Veronica Hart, did I say hi to you already? I think I did.
Oh,
But anyway,
shit,
hi.
I hear it too, but it's not too bad.
No issues at Pathways. I wonder if it's a platform thing with YouTube.
I had everything stopped when I asked the question.
Look what Hugo put. It's not cracking here.
It would have taken me forever to even type that, much less read it.
Look, if you see me yawning tonight, it's not because I'm bored with you. I promise. It's just
Just tell me, I'll slap him.
I'm just tired. But the coffee is already starting to kick in, so I should be good.
We went to Green Gate this morning.
Green Gate is one of our local plant nurseries. It's one of our favorite ones.
Yes, I love going to Green Gate. I could spend days in that place. Very easily spend
And
days.
we have a friend there, Josh. He's the manager, I think. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah,
He's high up.
He's the big man. Brett needs an IV caffeine. Yeah, I know. Josh's son Leland is amazing. He's just an awesome little kid, and Josh has brought him fishing and stuff here, and he will talk your ear off, and super intelligent little boy. So hopefully they'll come out for a visit soon. Well, we went to Green Gate and we ended up picking up 2 blueberry bushes.
Some blueberries and some mullein. More mullein.
I got some more mullein, but I also got 2 tea plants.
Well, we ended up getting those from Lowe's.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We did. I forgot about that. We got new water hoses for the front yard, which were very, very much needed. But y'all, the price of a water hose nowadays is crazy.
Let's be fair though. We have to get the heavy duty water hoses because our Louisiana sun will in the summer
It
will
needs them.
absolutely, it will disintegrate a whole vehicle. That's why the top of my truck looks like it does. I've got a black truck that's, how old is that truck? It's 2005, so Lord, it's 17 years old. I've had it since 2012, but the paint, clear coat is gone. It just looks like crap.
Kate said my 50-foot water hose was $47. That's what we spent today on 2 100-footers.
$48 each.
Yeah.
For 200-footers.
And they're black. So
because like I said, we've got
that was the only color they had though, was black. And we didn't want to go down to the medium grade just because of the color, but it's really, really gonna suck in the summertime to hold on to a black hose that's been sitting out in the sun while you try to water.
Yeah.
So Jam at the Nut House sent me some gardening gloves.
There you go.
Those are going to be my friend this summer to water because if not, I'm going to have blisters.
And here's a tip too. Here's a tip. If you, especially a black garden hose, if it's been laying out in the sun, be sure and run the water through it for a little bit until the water cools off before you put it on your plants, because you could easily
scald them.
You could hurt your plants. And that's something that we thought of today.
Worth every penny if it doesn't kink. Yes, it is. These are supposed to not kink. The old ones that we have in the backyard were supposed to not kink, but the sun has eaten them so bad that like the coating is gone in some spots. So it's just like the insert. Those are gonna have to be replaced soon. And yeah.
Garden hoses don't last long around here. Not in good shape, at least.
No. Those are what, 2 years old though, so they're. I mean, it's not terrible, but
yeah, sunshine. I've seen stories about people like, not on purpose, obviously, but burning their kids by just spraying them with a garden hose, and I mean, that's got to be a horrible feeling.
Yeah. Well, you gotta play with your kid,
oh my God.
or run a sprinkler. We've had parents do that here. They hook up the sprinkler and everything is going great. And the minute they turn on the water, the kids go jump into it and it's scalding hot. So, not so bad for good hose. Yeah. I don't know what the size of the ends are, but these are really reinforced on the ends. It's a good metal collar on them. They were really easy to connect. So
yeah, and dogs too. Yeah, Kate's got some good advice there. Use that hot water to rinse out garbage cans. Good idea. Southern Boy Prepper at the gate, standing here drinking coffee with you guys. Well, we don't have a gate, so I don't know what gate you're at. I'm pretending to be at. No, I
think the last time there was a gate.
I'm not sure. I heard from Reagan this morning. That's Southern Boy Prepper. He was driving to Mississippi again. Poor guy can't get a day off. We're supposed to hang out, but if he can't get a day off to take care of his own stuff, I can't fault him.
She's on the porch drinking coffee with you. Well, I don't have a porch either, so maybe one of these days that dream will come true.
We have kind of porches. It's a 4-foot lane, a 4x4 landing with out steps. The door, and then steps going down. That's we don't, and it's not covered either.
Two people sit on that comfortably without elbowing each other.
Because both of us smoke cigarettes, when it's raining, we have to like run out the back door to the shed that is covered because we don't smoke indoors. It's kind of a pain, and it's been 7 years. I would love to do a nice porch on the front and the back. That would be great.
The bathtubs. So you can take a bath after watering. Yeah, no kidding, right?
Get your tools now. They're running low in the spring garden season. We were at Lowe's today, and there seemed to be an abundance here. There was a good. I assume you're talking about garden tools. Klingon Princess, welcome. The dog park. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day here too.
Yeah.
Too bad I slept part of it. I didn't want to be up in the middle.
That's okay. After digging that drainage ditch the other day, I think my body needs a couple of days to recuperate.
Apartment Prepper says, I hope you don't smoke menthol. We do not.
No.
But occasionally we will dry out our mullein and include that in a cigarette with our tobacco. And that helps. It's supposed to help to cleanse the lungs. I believe it works. It feels like it. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving you medical advice.
No, but it has really helped with chest congestion and things like that. So if I could only find something that would keep the allergies out of my nose. that's the sinus.
Menthol is getting outlawed in 2024.
Oh, there's going to be some really mad people.
Oh, wonder why that is.
Well, I'm sure somebody will come up with the idea of like putting mint or something in there.
Have you tried Death Wish coffee? It's as strong as it sounds, but 1 cup will wake you right up. I haven't. Haven't tried that. Hey, Farmer and Adele, welcome. Um,
Yeah, we need a couple more pruners too.
the front gate of Graceland. Had to see it even though it was closed. Uploading a video. Nice. Hey, Gossmania, welcome. Yeah, so things are a little slower paced tonight in the live chat, but I mean, on our end, you guys are just chatting us right up, and I love it. But it's because I'm just beat. In case you weren't here in the beginning to hear me talk about it, I was up at 2 a.m. this morning with a structure fire. Now, before you go thinking I'm some kind of hero or something, I drive the truck and I work on the outside of the house, making sure that the geared up firemen have all the tools and everything that they need. So more of a gopher, I guess, but it's a job that'll wear me out. Hey, Christy Bet.
Philco brand is excellent for pruners. The brand we saw today at Lowe's, ironically, was called Corona.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Corona, I just didn't want to buy it for that reason.
And what's the Fiskars? I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
It is a tough job. It's a tough job, but what you see on TV is not a true depiction of firemen. Support staff, yeah. Where to begin, Homestead? Hello. And even the football players need a water boy. So.
Stop. Well, in the front yard, we're working on creating kind of like a food forest. We're going to start out small and do what we can little by little and add to those. No, I didn't say it was a bad brand. I just thought it was ironic that, they were named Corona brand.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of a mesh of ideas. Food forest,
cottage
garden, native plants, just a place to just kind of work and piddle and enjoy.
Relax and enjoy, yeah.
Just to slow down and enjoy life. Lazarick Homestead and CJ, welcome.
There are 2 grades of Corona tools. You really need the professional tools for what you guys are doing there. They'll last a lot longer and the parts are replaceable. Huh.
Oh, wow.
Cottage, food, forest, orchard.
Yeah,
pretty much. It's going to be kind of a blend of everything. But
it seems like every place that we visit. See, last week we haven't told you about that. That was after our last live stream that we went to Bubba's place.
Oh, it was.
Our friends Bubba and Wendy just bought it's an old, it used to be called Buckeye Farms. It's I think he said it's 4.5 something acres, and it was beautiful in its heyday, and it was an exotic animal zoo kind of something or other.
It was a kangaroo.
It was
a kangaroo living in Louisiana. That's crazy.
Yeah. Basically, it was a homestead for visitors, or it was nice for visitors. Whatever the case, it had become neglected over the years because the couple who owned it were way up in age, and they decided, because they weren't able to take care of it like they used to, they wanted to go RVing and live out the rest of their lives like that. So they sold the entire property as is: 2 houses, a fishing cabin, 4.5 acres,
barn, yeah, all kinds of stuff,
furniture and all, everything in the cabinet,
furniture, tools,
all of it. Well, Bubba and Wendy bought this, and they're working on getting it back to its former glory.
Yeah.
And a sustainable homestead. Hey, Wendy,
and it's so beautiful out there. I'm hoping that we can get some buckeye trees to get started here because they are absolutely beautiful. Um, and they're native here in wooded areas. So we kind of they grow on the edges of trees, the edges of wooded areas. So we kind of need to.
And it's a red buckeye. It's a Texas red buckeye, I believe, is what it's. Everything good?
Yeah. I'm texting with Cheyenne.
Yeah.
She forgot it was live night, but that's okay.
If you don't know, Cheyenne is our oldest daughter. She's the one who.
She's my hippie guard.
She sings and she did a performance that we do have a video on. It was sometime last
Oh, that's awesome.
year, August maybe.
John said he's home.
Firefly Farm. Hello.
My dream is a few acres in the middle of nowhere. I live in a concrete jungle in Dallas Fort Worth. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely understand that.
I've never been to the Dallas area.
Not yet.
But I have been equally that far north.
I do have a really good friend in Dallas that I really like to go see.
You can't say that she lives in Dallas. You can't let her hear you say that. She lives outside of Fort Worth.
Right. Okay.
Oh, Suburban Hillbilly has 2 red buckeyes. Awesome.
It doesn't happen every year. Wow.
I keep missing Kate's comment. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Well, there's one that's retracted. Oh, TV isn't real? You mean the firemen don't come out of a burning building over here and plays it? Yeah.
No.
Right. Right.
Oh, I can't imagine living in the city though. And see, that's one thing we talked about today. You know, they're pushing this whole global warming agenda. And we were out in town today. We were in the city, and which Lake Charles is a small city, but still.
It's still a city.
There is a lot of concrete. Concrete doesn't absorb the groundwater like it should. It just kind of runs off to wherever. And
on the same day with the same temperature, if you stand in the middle of a field, a prairie, and then you go stand in the middle of a parking lot, the parking lot is much hotter. And the concrete helps it absorbs the heat and then it releases it at night too. Yeah. So why are we not talking about that when it comes to climate change and the heating of?
We're not getting into the politics.
You started it.
No, my point was going to be we need more trees and garden areas. And, you know, if you want to do a parking lot, fine, but put some dividers in it or something. Like the one that they did in Jennings, there's the old Walmart building. There's big, huge planters in between the parking lot, and they planted fruit trees. Mm-hmm. Everything in the landscape is edible. And whoever wants to come in and pick it and eat it can. So it's helping the homeless community. It's helping the lower class people that just can't afford to go to the grocery store and buy oranges. They're growing on a tree. They're free for the taking. Yeah. If more businesses would do that, then we wouldn't have the shortages of foods.
Hola, Emma. I see you there.
In this area, they don't value green spaces. Yeah, well.
So the whole city should be a heat sink for the garden, for a garden. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, Lori. 16
You
minutes.
can skip them.
I have no idea I don't know how the pay works. I know we get a little bit, we get a check sometimes once a month, sometimes every other month.
Yeah,
I see Goshen Prepping here. Guys, it is so good to see you. It's been so long.
Kate says she's a devoted tree hugger. That's awesome.
The really pretty peace lily is over there outside of the camera. That's
I can't pick it up either because it's
that
heavy.
now.
I put it in that bigger pot.
I will grab what's next to it though, because that's pretty interesting. Take
Oh.
your standard run of the mill sweet potato.
By accident.
And
It's
it's kind of jammed in there now. There we go. And there's roots on the bottom, and
stems and leaves on the top.
what will become slips up here at the top. So this is out of the batch of sweet potatoes that we canned in that video recently. We saved a few of them, some to eat fresh and some to start some slips with. So anyway, I thought that was cool.
Okay. My college degree is environmental studies and planning. So much we were taught just isn't true. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Because should I even say that? The education system is it's not meant for free thinkers. It's meant to create people who fuel the machine. Some of us are smart enough to not get all sucked into that though. Like for example, Goshen prepping. This Doc Eric, smart guy. So.
Did you know that sweet potato leaves are edible?
I think I've never eaten them, but I think I remember
Me and
that.
Cheyenne discussed that yesterday. So.
Just got home from the nursery. Got a company card to buy plants for our edible garden at the office.
Amazing.
That is so cool.
That's exactly what we were talking about.
Michigan daffodil is here. Yeah, we haven't even really talked about I mean, we kind of have, but we haven't really talked about the topic tonight.
Uh-oh.
Are we good? Built on the rock. Carrie says buffering. Anybody else? Or are we good to keep going?
Hey, we have 31 people in here and 30 thumbs up.
Sweet.
That's what I'm showing anyway.
Good here, not buffering. Okay.
Okay.
So the topic.
Okay, Kira, you may have to go ahead and try refreshing.
Traveling Gypsy, hello.
Buffering here at times. That could be if it's a little bit windy and the tree gets in the way of the.
It could be our internet. Well, we've got a wireless. It's not a satellite internet. It's a wireless direct.
I don't even know what it is.
I don't know what it's called. Anyway, sometimes the trees can get in the way.
We need to climb through the field and go cut down our neighbor's trees.
So let's see. The best to make a change. Obviously, the best time to make a change is in the past, but no time like the present. And part of the reason why the title tonight and the topic tonight is because we've got a half acre of our front yard that we haven't really done much with. So
well, we focused on the backyard because we were trying to keep all the gardens together.
We've been really developing the backyard.
It's easier for me to water and to upkeep when everything is kind of tucked in together. But
there's Art. Thank you for the thumbs up.
We're sitting on a half acre in the front that's just grass.
Yeah.
And you can't eat grass. I mean, I guess you could, but I am not a goat or a sheep. I will not eat grass.
The one word answer to the topic is now. Yeah, the
exactly.
Simple answer. Yep. Well, Kate answered it. I'll see you next week.
Lawns are edible. You just have to have an animal eat it and then eat the animal.
Yeah. So indirectly, yeah, grass is edible.
If you have the right animal, though, our goats would not eat grass.
On that note, many of the lawn weeds that we are encouraged to eradicate, such as dandelion, clover,
yeah,
dollarweed,
plantain, wood sorrel,
yeah,
all those things are
all edible.
Just got done mowing the yard the whole time thinking, why am I doing this?
Mhm.
Yeah, sheep are better than goats. We actually had a conversation about the possibility of getting sheep. That might be something that we do in the future just to kind of
Possibly.
um
Mama
just to
Bear.
kind of have. I don't know.
Will clover choke out grass? I hope so. It depends on how you mow it. Now, clover is seasonal though. Clover is well for here. I can tell you about our climate in Southwest Louisiana. Clover comes out before the St. Augustine, and then the clover kind of dies back, and the St. Augustine takes over in the summertime.
Kate said the big problem with sheep is finding someone who can shear them. In this case, we are looking at what they call hair sheep.
I think it's probably the Katahdins.
I don't know.
think
But
I'm
they
right there.
they only like build up wool in the winter, so they don't have to be sheared.
Hair sheep, yeah, that's and it's something that we're just kind of starting to consider.
Yeah,
We
it's
don't
a different
have
type of sheep. I think it's a
we don't have the infrastructure for it, so
no,
it would
not
take us
yet.
time.
But sheep don't require heavy fencing like goats do.
That's right.
Um, they're more like fat and low to the ground too. They don't try to jump over things and climb things and I'm sorry, your face.
I just thought about a few people.
No, but I mean,
John, what's
the
up?
goats were like, oh, constantly everywhere, climbing stuff, and
Well, the goats didn't eat the grass either. So we still had to go in, and the gate wasn't big enough to bring the mower in. We didn't have a push mower at the time, so we would have to go in
and weed eat
about once a month in the summertime and just weed eat the entire thing. And
yeah.
oh,
My dog had chronic allergies. I stopped spraying backyard 2 years ago, and lo and behold, he's better. Huh.
everything's better without chemicals. It's so hard to get people to understand that. Sean in Alaska, or should I say Steve in Utah? Spam burgers.
Oh.
Don't knock it till you try it. I haven't tried it.
I don't like spam.
I am intrigued.
I'm just not real big on spam, but I don't like bologna either. And it's kind of similar. I don't eat hot dogs. I don't know.
Hot dogs are basically just bologna in stick form. It's just a different shape. It's meat paste.
Okay, you can stop now. Yeah, we have some neighbors that like to spray and do some weird things too. So
can't do faux meat. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not into lab grown meat.
No.
You can save that mess. But I'll try almost anything once. Almost anything. Hello, Rebecca Davis.
Michigan daffodils going jeeping.
I saw that.
Bug burgers.
Mm.
Spam with rice. Ew.
Peach jelly with spam and rice. That sounds interesting. I would try that. Gary B.
Potted meat on crackers. As a kid, one day I read the label, haven't touched it since. See?
No, I'll tell you what. Until last year or year before, I would not try hog head cheese because it just sounded gross. Sounded like something I would not want to mess with. A coworker of mine encouraged me to try it, and I have been eating it ever since. That's good stuff.
Where'd it go? Rebecca Davis, did your daughter like her hat? She does. The only downside is it's we're getting into our hot season right now, so she probably won't put it on until January. But yeah, she loves it. Thank you.
Yeah, 3D printer meat. Yeah.
No, I'm not doing the lab grown meat and things like that. We did lose a baby chicken. We incubated some chickens. We had 6. We're down to 5. I think the littlest one got trampled. It kind of got cold the other night.
It's kind of a runt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think what it was is when they tried to huddle together, the little one got kind of caught up underneath. So
Okay, let me answer this text real quick. I've got it's a coworker of mine asking about honey. So let me just.
bologna is not encased in intestine sleeve. No. Bologna is a thin slice like lunch meat or whatever, usually. I don't know where we're getting at with that. If you're talking about boudin, yes, it used to be in intestines. Now it's an artificial casing. I don't know what it's made out of. I usually don't eat the casing anyway. I cut the casing with the fork. Oh, he said bologna is like weenies. It's the same, well, same kind of meat, I think.
Ooh,
Baby
Carrie got baby
rabbits.
rabbits.
Yay.
We're
We should
expecting
have-
babies next week.
Yeah, next weekend. So we've got 2 moms that should be dropping litters. Sarah has already pulled fur. Our mama rabbit. Well, one of them.
We named her because she's such a great mama. We don't intend to
No.
eat her.
How many rabbit babies did you get?
Yeah, we have a rule
curious.
around here. If an animal is meant to be food at some point, they don't get names.
Right. Well, Rayleigh names them, but she forgets what they are by the time she comes back. So
Do a video of bunnies and chicks. Well, we have one of chicks from this past.
I need to work on the new one for that. I want to do.
We need to do one with the box
That's what I'm talking about.
before those chicks outgrow it.
Yeah. Well, I got another batch in the incubator, so.
Yeah. Zweigles hot dogs. I don't know if I said that right.
I've never heard of that.
I need to work on a video. I've been putting it off. I need to do a video on basically how we raise rabbits in the summer heat or in the southern heat.
Yeah. I had 2 buns pull fur that were not pregnant. The bun that had kits had 9.
Wow. Oh, I think I remember you saying that. Because rabbits are, and I said it when you said it before, I believe. Rabbits normally don't raise more than 8 in a litter because they only have 8 nipples. They can only feed 8 at a time.
Bunnies can actually, if it's hot outside, they will pull fur just to cool off. But they can. I mean, have emotions too. Can't reach them. Barely reach to feel they are warm. So no idea how many. Oh wow.
Do a video on how to use a brake bleed. I still need to figure out. I still need to do that. Sorry, Art. I do appreciate the gift. We just haven't taken.
We've been working outside quite a bit.
Summertime is usually our time to do more inside in the kitchen and stuff.
Well, we kind of divide our time in the summer because early morning we're outside watering, taking care of plants, harvesting, those kinds of things. Then we come in and we try to cool off and we do as much as we can in the house while it's blazing hot outside. And then as the sun starts to go down, we go back outside and work as long as we can. So.
Oh, hey, Hans, I see you there.
8 gray, 1
using
white.
a brake bleeder is super easy, or really easy. I'm sure it is, but I want to practice with it and make sure I know what I'm doing. I don't want to be trying to teach somebody how to do something if I don't know how to do it. You know?
Right.
What growing zone? 9A.
Is there an A or B?
I'm not sure.
Well, I know we're in zone 9.
Zone 9. I know that.
Yeah.
There's Tim. That's who I was just texting.
I need to prep coop for baby chicks. In about 9 days, hopefully baby ducks will hatch. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Tim was asking about getting some more honey from us, and we're all sold out except for one jar that we're keeping for ourselves. And I don't know, we've got 2 hives that are still just they're building, and then we've got one really weak one. If there's even bees in there,
There is bees in there.
Don't know that we're going to be able to.
We're not
harvest
going to
honey this
harvest
year.
off of that one for sure. They are building, but I may have to take the super off and let them.
Give them less space to kind
Yeah.
of rebuild their numbers. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I need to refill my cup.
Regarding the brake bleeding, Rain Country has great videos on it if you need some pointers.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Thank you. That's a him thing because it's a tool. I usually let him be the guinea pig and figure it out so I don't break it. If something breaks, then it's his fault that way.
Let me do all the cussing.
Of course. My hands are doing. 2 random geese showed up in my front yard today. They hung out most of the day, then left. Only time I have ever seen geese. That's awesome.
I love having wildlife just show up and hang out. We've got this huge dove. There was a pair of doves, and
I'm hoping that the female is sitting in
given the season that we're in, I'm really believing that the one is sitting a nest because we still see one dove. It's huge.
Kate wants a goose as a watch animal. They are loud.
That makes sense. Yeah. Or they're aggressive. Territorial.
They're
not aggressive.
Oh, they can be aggressive.
So that's one thing I forgot to mention. We were at this fire last night, this house fire, at 2 a.m. working, and my mind, I'm looking at the plants and identifying because it's an overgrown yard and an abandoned property, and I saw plantain that was probably that big around, plantain leaves, and
you didn't take any home.
Well, no, I was working. I could see it and identify it.
Oh, I'm telling you, I had like pocket knife out or something.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
And then too, it was 2 a.m. So.
Yeah, but I'm not old like you and have to go to bed early.
Wow, that was hurtful.
Oh.
I'm gonna cry myself to sleep tonight.
I doubt it.
Early.
Oh man. Alternate is a peacock. Yeah, I don't want a peacock either. My daughter mowed down all my plantain. Will it grow back? I'm sure it will. Yeah.
I hope so.
We've got poor little old feelings.
We've got the narrow leaf plantain here, and there's a good little patch that came up next to our electric pole, so we've been saving it. We don't mow it. Plantain is a weed.
I'm drinking coffee because you guys are, so I'm going to hate you tonight.
Sorry.
Did you guys mention guineas? I love guineas, although Brett hates him when he's trying to make a video outside. All you could hear was the guineas. We had a couple of guineas until the hurricane.
We had a pair.
And when we lost the netting over the top of the coop.
Well, no, one had died before that. Don't know how, why, whatever. And then we had one left. And then when the hurricane damaged our coop, the other one escaped. So hopefully it's living with the neighbor's guineas.
I think it is.
It's happy and it didn't get hit. It didn't get caught by a predator.
I figure that plantain will grow new leaves if mowed. I have some the small leaf stuff over by the electric pole that I've been just weed eating around, and it's a cute little clump of plantain, and I'm just kind of letting it do its thing.
We love our ducks too, as long as they don't dig up our plants. No,
they made a nest.
We've got a little corner of one of our raised beds that we've been leaving some eggs in. The eggs are not fertile. We only have 2 female ducks, but that's their nature. They want to lay eggs. So
they have their little corner, and as long as they don't mess with anything else, I don't squirt them in the face with a water hose. So my ducks don't dig. Well, they're digging in the loose soil because they're looking for a nesting spot, and they're free range. and there's really no loose dirt on the side of the pond. And I think they're looking for a safe place away from the predators because they had a nest underneath our outdoor sink, and a snake got a hold of them. And then they had another spot somewhere else, and I think there was a possum or something stealing their eggs. And when the smell of a predator is there,
Michigan daffodil.
they won't go back to that nest. So I think she found that little corner. It's like right on the edge of my zucchini plant. She's not really bothering it or anything. If I have to trim an extra leaf or something to make her a little bit of room, that's not a big deal.
Put strawberries in that corner. You know they love to nest in.
Well, if I can get the big rabbits out of the yard this year, they're getting pretty feisty in the yard. I chased 2 of them out of there the other day, and they're bigger than the cat. Those things are huge and not really afraid. I had to walk. I was probably 5 foot from one before it finally moved.
Yeah.
And I have to no, this was just last night while you were at work. And I have to clap my hands and make a bunch of noise to get them to go really far into the field. Because they're like, okay, I'll go sit over here and wait till you go back in. Then I'll go back and do what I'm doing.
So Drake, I don't know why that was held for review, but there was the comment from Hugo Homestead says Drake is a boy, so what's a girl? A duck. I had to Google Drake. The female is a hen.
For a duck?
I think so.
I think a hen and a drake. Dinner.
Yeah.
A duck is a female.
Is it? Really?
I don't know. You have a doe and a buck when it comes to rabbits.
Yeah.
The same with goats.
Same with deer.
I don't know. Oh, man.
Oh, by the way, if you missed it, this past Monday night, we were guests on North Shore Preparedness.
Who's not here?
Live stream. And it started at 6 p.m. our time, Central. And
it was a blast.
We were expecting about an hour, but we didn't really have anything else to do. He didn't have anything else to do. We went for almost 4 hours. And it was incredible. The conversation just flowed very smoothly between us and
it
Sean.
Got a little weird at the end.
And the chat was just like filling in any gaps. There was no awkward silences whatsoever. It was awesome.
Right, Kate? It was a lot. But it was a great live. It really was very informative.
Klingon Princess was there.
Yeah, we got kind of a little weird at the end. I think everybody was exhausted.
Yeah.
And it was getting a little crazy there, but
things get weird. That's right. Sunshine Me. That's where they found us.
Was it? No, I've talked to her before on Sean's live, I think. Well, before Monday, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's the night I was asking him a bunch of questions about pasta or something.
Oh, Arthur was listening too.
Was it?
Cool.
I think. I don't remember.
Anyway.
I jump in on so many live streams. I don't always say anything, but I'm usually just kind of sitting back and listening.
That's one thing I didn't do. I don't think I shared it on our community tab. I shared it to Facebook, I think. Female ducks are
What
ducks.
channel is Sean's? Is North
Males
Shore
are
Preparedness.
Drakes.
And then we have Sean in Alaska. So we have 2 Seans. But
if a moderator would like to share Sean's link, that would be okay. North Shore Preparedness.
Kate's gonna beat me to it. I already know. But I'm gonna try. I have it somewhere. Nope, not that one. I have it somewhere.
Wow, we're almost an hour already.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. So what else we got going on?
Ha
We started to harvest strawberries already and eat those out of the garden. That's been fun. We're starting the volunteer sweet peas that came up from just seed that dropped last year. Are they're starting to put on seed pods. So
I really didn't think they were gonna make it because it was getting
love
so
eating
warm.
the sweet peas just fresh out of the garden.
I know.
That's an amazing snack. I don't think any of them hardly make it
I
into
think
the
the
house.
only thing I have trouble eating out of the garden fresh like that is strawberries. I have to rinse them and cut them in half. And only because when my sister was a kid,
Green thumb pepper is showing, and so is shown in Alaska, believe it or not.
she ate a strawberry right off the plant. And I don't remember whose plant it was. And it was either my mom's or my grandpa's. But when she bit into the strawberry and pulled it back, there was a half a slug on the other side.
Oh.
And nope. I just, I can't do it. So like every time I bite into a whole strawberry, that's the image that I get in my head. I can't do it. I can't make myself do it. So I have to cut it in half to make sure there's nothing in it.
Oh, I know what we did.
What do we do?
We picked dewberries.
Yes. I have 4 cups of dewberries in order to make
Make jelly, not jam.
I'm making jelly. I'm gonna strain it out.
Because you know they have the wooden
seeds.
my godfather who just passed away, he would always say that a dewberry is much like a blackberry. It's really the same thing. They just grow in a different way. And he said, I don't like blackberries. They got those wooden seeds.
Green thumb pepper is a Sean too. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Take your pocket knife into the garden with you. Yeah, most times I don't have pockets though. That's my problem.
Keep planting peas, but nothing has sprouted. Oh, maybe I wonder if it's maybe the time of year that you're planting. We plant ours. I know, Carrie, you're also. We plant really early, like January, February, on the sweet peas.
Oh, I planted those before Christmas.
Or even late fall.
Yeah, it's late fall usually. It needs to be cooler when they come up, but the heat, they say the heat affects them, and it's been 75, 80 degrees here, and they're just trucking along.
Stop planting frozen peas. Book club. What's happening?
Wait, I mailed prickly pear to Ohio this week. What is a prickly pear?
That's a cactus.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. I was thinking like a fruit tree with like little stabby things coming off of a pear.
Yeah.
My brain wasn't working right. I knew that wasn't quite right. I hate when my brain tries to describe, like, imagine something that you know is wrong.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts. I put my pea seedlings outside last week.
Miss Lippy.
It's hot 8, so
that's all right. Well, it looks like we got to spend a little extra time.
You guys stay another hour because Lippy's here.
You guys get a treat tonight. Miss Lippy and Bayou Dawn just got here, so we're going to be here for
Lippy
a little
would
while.
know. When's the best time to plant like sweet peas, Miss Lippy? Some prickly pear cactus get as big as a tree. That's what it was. I saw that online today. We were looking for fast growing trees, and that it was it some kind of cactus that grew into a tree.
Was it a cactus or was it the dragon fruit that it recommended?
Oh, now I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. Dragon fruit. Like that's got to like hold on to.
It looked like a cactus. English peas need to be planted March 1st.
Prickly pear prevents certain tumors and good. Oh, it's good food. Is it?
Dragon fruit makes a large vine.
Yeah, that's kind of a vine, kind of a vining cactus.
Weird.
Yeah, you don't remember Cheyenne had that one at that one little apartment? It started like attaching to the wall.
Oh, I don't need all that.
No, I don't want that.
Prickly pear jelly. I don't know if that would grow here. We have like really moist conditions for cactus.
It's so crazy. Like Kate's just down the road,
6 hours, but yeah,
and
five and a half.
things are so dry there.
I know.
It's
That's
just as
weird.
hot, but it's dry there and humid here.
Danny did a video on planting his first mulberry. I'm behind my ears.
Oh, mulberry. That's another thing that I'd like to put in that
March 1st.
food forest mashup kind of front yard garden.
See, Lippy, we're doing it's sweet peas. I don't know if it's English peas. They're sweet peas. That's all I know. I don't remember the
what
name
kind
of the
seeds you got.
variety. I'd have to go look it up.
It was a while. We've been saving seeds every year, so this year they just kind of seeded themselves.
Yeah. They started coming up as soon as it started getting cold. But we've hit 80-degree days and they are beautiful and just like starting to make pea pods.
Kate, I would like probably 5.
Easy killer.
5. Let's do 5.
Where are you going to put all that?
I'll put a few of them in the front and some way in the back. I'm going to try to keep them away from the house and the vehicles.
Yeah, don't put no like the birds are going to be like poop missiles anyway.
Grace Acres, I understand that, but we've got 60 overgrown acres to our north that is chock full of dewberries and blackberries, so a little more probably won't hurt.
She's going to do
and elderberries.
5 red and 5 white.
All right. I'll find a place to put them.
You're going to be mulberrying the whole town of Lacassine, aren't you? Wow.
Prickly pear grows in all 48 states.
Seeds need to be planted dependent on your zone. Well, the reason I asked Lippy is because she's in the same state. Yeah. The birds are, they're going to be machine guns. Already it's bad enough with between the elderberries and the dewberries and the blackberries. They're like purple machine guns. Okay.
Jeanette, maybe we could stay on topic.
I'm getting some elderberry cuttings from another permaculturist I met through YouTube, as well as some comfrey. That's amazing. Elderberry is great. So is comfrey.
Oh, Grace, would that be heirloom permaculture, maybe? Just curious. I know they were selling those.
I planted 2 gojis.
Blackberries, blueberries, figs, satsuma, and 4 hydrangeas. What's the big deal about hydrangeas? I know they're pretty. Or do they have a use? Curious.
I got 3. What are they called? Hibiscus. I got 3 of the hibiscus. Tim's permaculture.
Elderberry is, yes, elderberry is blooming white flowers now. I don't think that I've seen any. Have you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're starting to. Yeah.
That's the bad thing about elderberry. They're so hard to, not hard. The berries are ripe and ready for picking in the hottest part of the year, so it sucks.
It's funny because you don't do most of it, so I'm usually the one out there going to get them and put them in a bucket.
You're rude tonight. Golly. You don't do nothing. You old early going to bed, gray-haired guy.
Wow. I'm only planting things that are useful for food or medicine. Don't forget about your pollinators too, because pollinators are important.
That's what Lippy says about the hydrangeas, major pollinators. That makes sense because it's like just a ball of flowers.
Henry says the root and rhizome are used to make medicine. Hydrangeas used for urinary tract problems.
Huh.
I didn't know that either.
Have azaleas that were here already. If I'm buying the flowers, need to grow food. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at.
Okay, I was gifted 6.
Priority is something that you can either eat or use as medicine.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For sure.
The pollinators are okay. Lippy said she was gifted 6 elderberries yesterday. I put them in a mason jar with quarter cup of water or quarter of water. Starting to see roots. Where do I go from there?
But I would probably go ahead and pot them into a good seed starting mix, or what?
I don't know.
Mama Bear, are you okay?
Yeah, definitely put. You can put them in solo cups, that size, because you want a little bit deeper of a root system. You want a taller cup instead of those short little squatty ones.
Or you could plant them, just plug them straight into the ground if you want to. You could just keep the area watered. That would be fine too.
Yeah, just make sure they stay pretty damp, not overly wet. You don't want them soggy, just damp.
Brett's the old fart. Okay. All right. So let's see. Black's Tropical Homestead is here, and so is Dolores Lee. Welcome, guys. Good to see you.
Yes. Flowers that attract pollinators are very important, but you can do that easily with sunflowers, and the seeds actually are can be substituted for chicken feed, bird feed, all kinds of stuff, or you can eat them yourself if you roast them.
Use rooting hormone when planting. That's something I tried this past week. Don't really know how it's working out because
it's not great.
No.
Those rose cuttings don't look great at all.
Well, I didn't use it on those.
Oh.
I'm talking about the willow water that I made. You take willow from a willow tree, like new growth from the willow tree. Steep it in water and because willow has a natural
I'm
so
sorry, Carrie.
One thing that I did too is I took some of the willow cuttings that I made and put a few of those in with the elderberry cuttings that I made. So I'm wondering if maybe the hormone will be drawn out into the water and then up into the elderberry. That's my thoughts. I don't know how well it's going to work out.
I don't know. I didn't even check them in the morning.
You open the door.
Okay, Carrie said, unless I'm sitting in a far room in an uncomfortable chair, I buffer. So I think I'm going to say goodnight.
Oh.
Thank you for coming. And please don't make yourself uncomfortable.
Yeah. We're glad to see you, but we don't want you to be uncomfortable.
Right.
Have a great night, Carrie.
Wait. Gotta go. It'll be an early morning for them. Well, have a great weekend, Michigan Daffodil. Y'all stay safe and don't do anything crazy.
Natural rooting hormone is what a willow has. Yeah. Right. Trader Joe's.
He made some willow water. Did you ever put that stuff in the fridge?
It is in the fridge.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what I put it on or in.
Elderberry cuttings.
Was it the elderberry cuttings? Mm-hmm. Okay. So far, there's no roots on the elderberry cuttings, but it is kind of late in the year.
Then how you know?
Okay, last I checked.
No, I was supposed to look at them today, and we stayed so busy.
How do you deal with a blankety blank 70-plus-year-old dad who still thinks it's 1982? I love this man, but I'm about to beat his. Oh man, some people are just really hard-headed. I don't know.
Well, you are in our prayers, Michigan.
Aloe juice as a rooting hormone?
Well, I would, but
we killed our aloe.
No, not we. Me.
We allowed them to
I don't know what I'm doing wrong with the aloe. I think it's because I left it out in the cold.
After planting those elderberry cuttings I got from you, how long will it take to start producing berries? You may see flowers and a few small berries this year.
Yeah. Are those in the ground? Or are they in pots? Because that's going to make a difference.
Right. If they're in the ground, you could see flowers and berries this year. I would suggest just letting the birds have those because there won't be much, not enough to mess with. Just let the birds have those this year. And Yeah,
Yep.
in the ground.
If they're in the ground, then you'll probably get some flowers and berries this year. Oh, good.
Mary
I'm not
Beth.
the only one that killed an aloe.
And Christy too.
Aloe loves heat. Okay, the problem is if I put it under the awning, it was doing great. I left it alone. I think I should have brought it in the house for the cold.
Yeah, it got cold and we forgot about it.
Yeah.
We were worried about our other seedlings and stuff. We forgot all about the aloe.
Somebody knocked
Hello,
over all my
Glenna. How to
seedlings
garden.
and I lost 2 of my freaking strawberry plants.
Oh God, that day sucked. What?
He hit my.
Well, okay.
I have benches on the outside of the shed.
And where the mower is,
and
I have
they're
to.
full of cuttings and
The
plants
benches are
and
here, and the mower
all my babies.
sits like this, and you got to like go around the benches to get the mower out. I hooked up the wagon, and I was trying to make sure. I was looking back to make sure that the wagon wasn't going to hang up on anything. And next thing I know, the benches are laid over. There's potting soil everywhere. I was like, oh my God. Felt like such a doofus.
So now I have, I think I was able to put all the little tomato seedlings back in cups, but they are not marked as to what they actually are because most of the sticks fell out and I just kind of guessed.
Yeah,
So we have tomatoes. One of them I'm not even sure what it is anymore because it doesn't even look like a tomato. I'm wondering if I didn't pick up a weed off the ground and plant it as a tomato.
I'm gonna interrupt you to say hi to Nanny Joyce and Vicky Lynn.
Hi, Nanny Joyce. Mystery tomatoes, right? They might not even be tomatoes. I don't even know. We got so many things mixed up. We had to repot strawberries, which I lost 2 out of the 3. Those were supposed to be for my mom, by the way.
She still hasn't come get them. It's her fault.
It's her fault. You ran them over with the mower.
If she would have came and got them, they wouldn't have been there in my way.
Oh my God.
Hello, Vicky from Kentucky. We are
It's
Brett
growing.
and Amy at Broussard Homestead from Southwest Louisiana.
I'm growing all kinds of stuff, Mama Bear. Who knows? I did start some more marigold seeds and some more banana peppers because we still have a few spaces.
We got our thumbs up goal. Nice. Thank you, Kate.
Let the nod contact dirt. Wait, I'm confused, Lippy. Wait, let me go back and see.
Christine Beadle, welcome. Using those custom emojis.
Okay,
I
so
love it.
Lippy is not talking to us. She's talking to Jesus about it was another comment. So that one went with the other one, and it makes more sense if you read them both.
Okay.
Just let you know.
Good to go. She wasn't talking to me, so.
So rude.
Have a very nice weed garden. Yeah, we often have
put the
those.
goats and chickens to bed. Love y'all. Have a blessed night. Thank you, Veronica Hart. Enjoy your goats and chickens. Good luck with that, because goats are little boogers to chase around sometimes.
Our vegetable gardens and herb gardens aren't so weedy anymore now that we're switching everything over to raised beds.
Mm-hmm.
That has improved greatly because now it's so easy to weed. We still get the occasional nut grass and
it's centipede grass.
we pull that stuff. The centipede grass kind of stinks. Was that a nut?
I think that's the cat being special.
I was just sitting on my chair. It knocks when it rocks. Like things like purslane, we let that grow. That's a weed that you can eat. So,
Oh, Lippy's getting her rabbits this weekend and
sweet.
chicken on Tuesday. Awesome! You're gonna have a farm now.
I'm kind of stuffy.
That's because we spent all day at the garden center.
It was worth it.
I know. I did get 3 hibiscus that are blooming beautifully now. Oh yeah, that cat is way more special than you have any idea. Got the 2 blueberries to add to the 1 that we had left.
We still have our apple trees. I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
don't
I'm
know.
trying to add to the conversation. I'm kind of lost. Uh-oh. Oh. A hose washer.
I'm stopping there. Never again do I want to see any over 20-pound farm animals. Yeah. I don't know that we're gonna do goats again. Those were a lot to handle, and they don't really handle our heat very well. If we go anything bigger, it might be a pig or a sheep. And that's just the sheep would be just to help maintain the yard, but I'd love to have a pig or two, kind of like what Patty and Mac are doing.
I'd like to consider quail again.
You gonna butcher them?
I can't see that it being very difficult.
I know, but are you gonna do it? Because I can't add any more to my
I know.
My list.
I know.
And that comes with
well, what to do with all that dung?
make a compost pile.
Well, a miniature cow must make miniature poops, right?
Doubtful. Did you see what Angel would leave in the yard?
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to the quail, but we need to figure out what we're gonna do with all the eggs.
Right.
The extra eggs. And don't say deviled quail eggs.
But they're so delicious.
Good, you can make them.
Oh man.
I'd like to have a miniature. Oh, I read that. Things you can find in a man's pocket. Oh, him? Oh, Lord have mercy. I wash all kinds of things. Headphones, keys. Luckily, we haven't done keys lately because
I washed my wallet.
It probably needed it.
Knife.
Cheaper to buy whole beef and whole pig from a good farmer and process as well. Cost to feed and antibiotics cost way more to feed out.
Yeah, probably so.
And see, that's what we found with the chickens too. The chickens it's just cheaper to buy them than it is to feed them.
Yeah. Coturnix quail, that's the ones that we had raised before.
Mm-hmm.
Super easy. And was it 5-6 weeks? And they're laying like
yes,
old. 6 weeks old, and they're laying eggs already.
That's a whole nother pen that you're gonna have to build.
Yeah, well, that wouldn't be a pen. That would be more like the rabbit hutches.
I know, but you don't have any more room.
Yeah, no.
In there, so you're gonna have to build something. Yeah, that's why we're not doing the meat chickens again. At least not for now. Especially with the price of feed going up. We are incubating our own eggs, and we're just going to increase our flock. And as the chickens get older, we'll butcher as we need them, that kind of thing.
There's Billy. Welcome.
It's not going to put a whole lot of meat in our freezer at one time, but between the chickens and the rabbits, that kind of thing, we have pretty much a consistent rotation of meat.
Yeah.
And we still have pork in the freezer from the pig butcher.
Well, we know some deer hunters too that we're we can barter with.
And if we get quail, then we have a constant supply of quail eggs and quail meat.
And we already barter with a crawfish farmer, so that's.
Oh yeah. We need to pick a day because I got a sack waiting for me. A sack of crawfish.
Oh. Well, we need to get with Darlene. And,
we'll talk about that later. Yeah.
Isn't going to be cheaper to buy when there's none to buy. I think that is why most people are looking at having their own animals.
Well, and that's what I'm looking at.
At the same time, it would it be okay if I go ahead?
Go ahead.
What? I'm afraid to now.
I was going to say with the Cornish cross chickens, it's not something you can breed yourself.
That's not a sustainable. Yeah.
Right. You have to buy them from somewhere. So if there is no availability of them, then dang it, Libby messed me up. Um, if there's no availability, where are you going to get your meat chickens? So we're trying to find something this way with we have French copper Morans that are doing really well. I just throw them in the incubator and hatch out chicks. We have a constant supply of chickens, and we do have one hen that's starting to be a little broody. So I may pull her aside and give her some eggs and see if she'll hatch them on her own. That would be ideal, but okay.
My turn. Okay. No, what I was going to say in reference to book club's comment there, and thus is the importance of having a group of people that basically, if you know the term MAG, it's a mutual assistance group is the is what it stands for. It's people who are working together. Say one guy raises cows, the next guy raises pigs, the next guy raises chickens, and everybody just kind of
Barters, yeah.
barters and shares the way people used to do it, just small community type stuff. And because really and truly, when the shit hits the fan, it's going to be very difficult
Who's going to be there to help
to
you?
be a loner.
Who's going to be there to help you? The person that's 2 or 3 miles down the road, or somebody that's 40, 50, 60 miles away. They're not going to travel to see you. I'm not walking 50 miles to go check on somebody else.
No, it's just that's not feasible.
Right.
It's not that I don't care.
Rocks and dirt and weeds. Fish is a high protein. Pond is a must. Yeah, we have the pond, and I mean we don't fish out of it too much. We have the canal that runs through the back too. That fish is not necessarily the only thing you can get out of pond though. We have an abundance of turtles, frogs, and the occasional alligator when Brett doesn't scare it away with a trash can. Just saying.
Never gonna live that down.
No, you were in a boat with a trash can trying to catch an alligator. Think about it. Want a pond, but no water source for one. How deep is your water table, Kate? I think they hit water here about 20 feet.
5 inches.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
You can make boots.
A fried alligator is delicious.
But you can't catch it with a trash can in a flat bottom boat. I do have a 50 gallon aquarium. I wonder if that would raise dinner. I bet it would. I know there's people building aquaponic systems with the 55 gallon drums.
Lynn, good to see
So
you.
that would,
Alligator anyway cooked is delicious. Yeah, this is true. I mean, yeah.
Oh. Our water table isn't near the surface. We can't even find it with a drill. Most wells are over 100 feet. Wow.
Well, I mean, we're barely above where we sit. We're 30 miles from the Gulf of Mexico coast, barely above sea level, and
Kate's in the sand.
There's marshes. Like you go about 6 miles south, and there's a marsh right there. So
I guarantee you, though, if Kate can get a well dug, that's like it's got to be some really clear water because it's been filtered through all that sand in the desert.
Yeah.
It's like mountain spring water.
Stop. Something. It makes me nervous now since you got that phone call.
We can hit first water table at 25 feet. Exactly. Here, dig a hole, and in the morning, it's going to have water in it, whether it rained or not. And it can be a little bitty, like just a divot in the ground.
drought for over 9 years. Wow.
Somebody needs to turn the water back on over there.
See, Mama Bear in her live stream the other night was talking about how there was talk. The Cajun Homestead, welcome. There was talk of some kind of pipeline to bring water to the West Coast now, or over in that. Yeah, because they're so dry. You would think they would have considered this a long time ago.
I mentioned that
Yeah.
when we were having they were doing the drought last year, and they were talking about problems with the electricity because they used the water in the dams to make electricity for a lot of the areas over there. Yeah. I don't know. Cajun Homestead, his water is at 130 feet.
Hey.
Is that where they hit water? Is that where they hit drinkable water?
Where we have that old well, and we had dropped in a thing in it to figure out where the water was. It was at 70 something feet.
Yeah.
At that point.
See, Dad was telling me the other day that the water table here fluctuates. We've been so dry, so it's going to be deeper. They have to dig so far beyond what they find the water at to make sure it's a drinkable water. I don't know. You know my dad's explanation. He was all over the freaking place.
Did he draw you a diagram?
No, that's only because he didn't have anything to draw on.
See, Kate talking about bring the icebergs from Alaska. Drinkable water table is 175 feet.
Wow. Yeah. But see, they hit it like a natural spring at about 20 feet. It kind of feeds the pond.
There's
here.
a pipeline. There's already one that leaves Arizona and goes over the mountains. I didn't know that. All right, Dolores, thank you for hanging out with us. Have a great night. Homestead Oss, welcome.
Yet they keep declining desalination plants and make more salt and lower the sea levels.
That make more salt and lower sea level.
Okay, I read it wrong, but yeah. Huh.
Yeah, man, there's a whole bunch of mess. There was, I saw a thing yesterday, that the CDC and the FDA, there was some new documents and stuff that came out that for the past decade, the decisions that they were making were politically based.
Duh. I didn't need a document to tell me that.
Hey, Harvey. Droughts are bad in many places. Value of clean water is underappreciated. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if
we're technically,
like Hans is saying there, if it's going to lower the sea levels, why aren't they doing that? Because you got to watch out. There's global warming and the sea levels are rising, but yet these same people who are claiming all the global warming caca are buying oceanfront properties.
Okay, I'm gonna be right back.
No, we need to probably get going here because
You're getting fired up and talking about caca, and after Monday night's ending, no.
Oh man,
I'm not sticking around for that one again.
I've had a really long day, tiring day, and I'm probably not the best on-camera personality tonight.
I have oceanfront property here. Just have to wait for California to fall off the continent.
Maybe someday.
I mean, well, gosh.
Oh yeah, I gotta.
Okay.
We're getting off into some stuff here.
I don't want to offend anybody else.
Lake Mead is at its lowest level. They can use one of original pump stations because it's above lake level. They already can't use it. Is that what you mean? I think Mead serves about 30 million homes. Yeah, not only the water, but the hydroelectricity that it produces. That's what we were talking about. Mama Bear was live the other night, and we were over there talking.
We'd have more clean water if they did fall off.
Wow.
Oh, I agree, but yeah. Wow. I gotta say, California is doing some pretty good things for, like, okay, hang on. As far as like saving the planet, they're doing away with plastics, and I agree with some of those things. But don't tell me that I can't have a freaking straw.
I agree with the premise.
Right. I don't agree with forcing everyone to do it.
The way they're carrying things out is just ridiculous. Let's switch to paper straws and then put them in a plastic container.
They're not doing paper straws. They're doing stainless steel straws. But some kid poked his eye out with one. Like, no, they were in a vehicle or whatever and hit the brakes and did blink and okay, my plastic straw would not have done that.
There's probably a downside to everything.
Right.
Everything.
I agree with the lower waste and doing away with some of the plastics. Not all plastics are bad. I have Gladware containers. Those things are supposed to be disposable. You know what? I've reused those things probably 50 million times. And a butter bowl, too.
Yeah.
There's more butter bowls in my refrigerator. You got to draw X's on them so you know there's actually not butter in them.
Book Club says Cali dumped all that reservoir water into the ocean. They're taking the best farmland and putting up solar panels. They're nuts. Yes, that's progressive thinking has its faults.
I'm not against solar panels. And I'm not against the electric vehicles and things like that. But you can't just
okay. Let me
flip a switch and everybody do.
Let me try to say it in a nice way. Good intentions require smart people to implement those solutions.
But we need to do it in like small steps, gradually. That's what I'm saying. I don't disapprove with the low waste thing, but you can't make everybody just stop buying plastics. Some people can't afford the glass containers. Them boogers are expensive on Amazon.
What did you say? 2035?
Yeah, they're supposed to ban.
It's supposed to do away with all
gas and diesel vehicles.
Yeah, it's supposed to be all electric vehicles by then. I can't wait to see the trouble that an electric fire truck is going to cause.
There's your problem, Brett. Smart people in California. Exactly, book club. They act on emotion and not logic. And yes, there's a lot of room for improvement, but their execution on these things are nuts. Yeah. Exactly. And if they would be doing these things gradually and look ahead, and what is this? If we do this, this, and this, what are the outcomes? What are we going to be dealing with in, say, 5 years?
What's the long-term plan?
Right. But
here,
what do we do with the batteries? Josh made a good point today with these electric vehicles. The batteries are not recyclable.
I did say electric fire truck. Think about it. Think about that. Yeah. Are we okay? So a fire truck does what? A fire department does what? They put out fires. Would it be more advantageous for a truck to burn a little bit of diesel to go put out the fire that's just dumping hydrocarbons into the atmosphere? I would think so. Life with Linda. Good to see you. Yeah, long-term plans, long-term goals. They got to.
Okay. Buddy is in oil and gas, and we can say this. It's a test to see
Tammy,
who
welcome.
will fold. There will be oil and gas in 5 years. Just the cost to use it will increase by 65%.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, I mean, look at the past 2 years. Has it even been 2 years? The gas prices have increased almost 100%. So, but that's Putin's fault.
Oh, of course. It's not about the environment. It's about money.
Never about the environment.
But there are so many things that we could be doing better. And each person can take their own steps to, reducing your carbon footprint. I mean, we do it every day. We don't throw away hardly any trash at all here, because everything goes to the compost, or the chickens or the rabbits, or we try to reuse as many things as we possibly can before we have to throw them out.
Right, Dawn, Linda, yep.
Mm-hmm.
So if everyone, if all of us practiced good stewardship of the planet that we live on, and just the concept of leave it in a better condition than what you found it, yes, we would all be better off. I can't tell you, we're in some local groups on Facebook, and there's always somebody just keyboard warring the hell out of this group, talking about, oh, I can't believe the park is in this condition, or so and so fast food restaurant has terrible management. My question to anybody who posts anything like that is, what are you doing to make your community better? If you're putting out effort and volunteering, or doing some cleanup somewhere, whatever, what have you, then we'll talk. If you're not doing anything to contribute to the solution, then we don't have anything to talk about.
Right. Prepper Book Club said, just think about, if everyone would have at least a small garden, how much in fossil fuels will we save?
Right. And then what if we got back to seasonal? We'd probably be a lot more healthier if we ate local and in season.
Oh yeah, definitely. They want to push clean energy. I call it packing pocketbooks in elites. When Air Force One goes electric, that's when I'll believe it. Exactly.
Do you know that there's
how are we going to do electric airplanes? I mean, can you imagine? That is going to suck for everybody down below when they need a charge.
on that note, all these jab mandates that have been going around, there's hundreds of CDC employees that are not jabbed.
Right. Planting fruit trees, that's my thing. Exactly. Start now. Start small. Even if you only have a planter pot, or you can go to the dollar store and get a little plant trough and a little bag of dirt. I mean, you can grow lettuce in it. You can.
Abby showed me there's somebody on I don't know if it's YouTube or one of the platforms. They take a jar with a shaker top, and they fill it with wildflower seeds, and like they just ride a bike or whatever through town, and like all the little spots that are empty, just have bare dirt or whatever, they'll like shake, and then they come back later and they take a picture or video the spot where it's all full of wildflowers and stuff. It's great. And I'm sure that doesn't cost hardly anything.
Instead of ornamental trees, what if we planted more fruits and nuts? Exactly. There's a place in Jennings that it was an old Walmart building. It's now a ton of doctors' offices. But what they did is they planted an entire edible landscape between their in their parking lot. It's orange trees, lemon trees, blueberry trees. There's all these blueberry bushes, but there's all these different edibles and stuff, and it's open to whoever wants them. I think it's neat. What if we do more of that? Then we would have less hungry homeless people. They would at least be healthy.
Linda's on point. Clean cleaning products, less chemicals everywhere, reuse, repurpose, recycle. Think about the beginning of 2020 when who knows what was being sprayed all over everything.
Mm-hmm. In sanitizers and bleach and Lysol and all these weird
and all
cleaners.
those chemicals that we were suddenly exposed to.
Oh God, they were spraying stuff on buggies at Walmart, and well, I mean, they were spraying down the entire store, so it's on your food.
It's on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who knows? The people who were spraying it, they're just given here, spray this. They don't know what's in it. Could that spray have contributed to something? I don't know.
Okay, I need to learn how to make the homemade vinegar, but I use vinegar to clean. Yeah, I use vinegar. I use baking soda. I'll use peroxide and rubbing alcohol.
Even on the organic food at the store, I could taste it.
Mm.
Well, I can tell you this much. For almost 2 years, we would only go really where necessary. We got outside and we got our vitamin D from sunlight exposure, drank our elderberry syrup, we took our vitamins, our preventative vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin D3, and zinc was what we were taking daily in addition to the elderberry syrup. And for almost 2 years, we were able to avoid the sickness.
Grandson's legs got burned from the sprays on those buggies. There was a lot of kids that were having chemical reactions due to whatever was in those chemicals and sprays and stuff that they were using.
Terrible.
And the doctors had no idea what it was, because I don't think the employees even knew what they were spraying. For my laundry, I use baking soda, a bit of Dawn, and vinegar. That doesn't bubble like crazy.
No, surely you're using the vinegar in place of the what is it? The fabric softener. You're not mixing the baking soda and vinegar, right?
I mean, you could, but it would be a sudsy mess.
Oh,
That's
great, Dawn.
They used to have here. We used to produce a ton of citrus here. Now it's all cookie cutter houses. Yeah, I'm seeing more and more and more subdivisions. And
alcohol and washcloth. Alcohol is all you need.
Yep.
Amy made me a spray bottle of alcohol when the things first started.
Yeah, but she's talking about to clean the shopping carts.
I know.
To wipe them down. To get the chemicals off.
Oh, to get the chemicals off.
So that
the alcohol
can sit on it or whatever. Yeah.
The alcohol would kill anything that's on it already.
Well, not the chemicals, no.
No. I mean, the alcohol would kill any
germs.
Germs. Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying.
Oh, I sprayed this whole house. Anytime anybody came over here for any reason, which was, even if it was far and few between.
People would buy elderberry syrup, would spray the jars, hand them over,
Money. I had people giving me money in Ziplocs, and I'd open up the Ziploc and spray it with alcohol.
Alcohol is all you need. Yeah. Right?
Oh, man.
All right. I said we were going to end, and then we got to talking again. I really mean it this time. I'm pretty much done. Louis Mastrom.
Get out the Everclear. Drink a little while you're sanitizing. Oh, man.
Sorry, Louis. I'm afraid to try your last name. Mastromateo? I tried. Sorry if it's wrong.
I do a good deep cleaning of my house. Yeah, I use spray alcohol for all kinds of stuff. I spray my TV remotes and light switches and door handles, and it dries super fast, and it kills all kinds of stuff. So
I enjoyed it too, Miss Lippy. I look forward to Thursday nights. Next week it's going to be Wednesday, by the way. Next week is Wednesday.
Gotta sanitize your innards too. Oh man. All right, guys.
So,
Next week we will be live on Wednesday night because of Brett's crazy schedule.
yep.
Thank you for that, Henry. Yeah.
If you have prayer requests, we'll leave the chat open for just a few minutes, and we'll be able to see those. So until next Wednesday, we'll do 7. We're going to stick to 7. That's 7 Central.
Yeah, I think we're gonna stay at 7 o'clock because
It just seems to work better.
8 puts us way too late.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Because then if we run long, if we start at 8 and we run long, then that makes for a tough night for me. Because I get souped up and makes it hard for me to sleep when I have to get up at 5 a.m. That kind of sucks.
You got it, Dawn.
So you guys, until next Wednesday night, good night and God bless.
Have a great week, guys.